Hi, today we are going to go over my books and do a little plan with me. Though it's not really a plan with me, I don't really do a lot of planning out my day. I mostly catch my day up. I'll go through the weeks and I'll add the stickers that I need to add for my day, and I do that as the day goes on. And then I'm going to show you how I journal in the back of the weeks and how I do my daily journal in my Sterling ink as well. Stick around and enjoy the video. Today we're going to do a little planning in my Hobonichi weeks and a little journaling in my Sterling ink daily journal. And we're going to go ahead and pick out stickers for the weekly layout, and then I'll go through how I do the stickers and the markers and the fountain pen ink in the journal portion of my books. So let's get started. We're going to start with the weeks. So each week I put down stickers for each day that kind of show what we're doing that day, like working. I bathed the dogs, groomed them. It was overcast and cool. I did my work. I made cookies. I cleaned and did laundry. We had a road trip to Bozeman to get groceries. So I kind of go through and do that. This morning I did my kettlebells and I walked the dogs, so those stickers are going to go down first, and then I just kind of build my day as I go. I like to pick one marker color, and then I use my blue Lamy or Lamy, I don't know how you pronounce it, Lamy fountain pen with blue ink in it to write, in between. I don't do everything in the marker. Sometimes I need to use the pen. So we're going to do that for this weekly layout, and today is Monday. So here is my little sticker book, and I already had pulled this page out because I thought it would have mostly what I needed on it. And it has the kettlebells that I want to use. So I'll grab my handy dandy tweezers. I don't really have very much for fingernails, so I have a hard time getting the stickers up. So we've got this for kettlebell workout. And then I did walk the dogs, so I'm going to use one of these cute little guys running here. That's what my little Bruce, he's a party colored Yorkie, and he runs and runs and runs on our walks. That's what they're for him to run and be crazy. So I did a full body workout today. So I just write that in here, and it was 40 minutes. And then we walked. Let's see which color marker I want to use this week. These are all my mild liners. These are my Papermate flares, and these are my Tombos. All the markings come off of those when you use them. And I will do a separate video and show you each of these and the colors and everything too, but not today. Today we'll just pick one color for the week. I think I'll do this blue here. I really like this color. And so we'll put down walk. And then I wear my weighted vest, so that's what WV is weighted vest. My vest weighs about 13 pounds, and I've been wearing that since December on our weekday walks. So we walk Monday through Friday, and then I usually don't wear my vest on Saturday when I walk. This is the Hobonichi weeks. This is how they do the front part of the book, and this I use as a tracking system. And I set it up in January to show walk with the weighted vest, if I did yoga, kettlebells, a kettlebell workout, a walk without a weighted vest, and then I also added if I went on vacation, a vacation workout, or if I wasn't at home, basically is what that means. So all of the pink ones are kettlebell workouts. And then the light blue is walking with the weighted vest. The dark blue is walking without the weighted vest. So this one this was a weekend and then I was not at home, hence the vacation workout. And then if I don't work out, I write rest, or I put, like this was the 4th of July, so we were out of the house early that morning because my husband had to work. We went to Bozeman this day, so I write why I didn't maybe get a walk in or something for that day. So today we can mark down with the pink marker that we did kettlebells, and with the light blue that I did a walk with the weighted vest. And then I'll go ahead and write on Sunday, rest. And I do need to refill this pen. All right, so we'll come back to this page. We are going to paint our bedroom today. That is going to be a big chore, but I also have to work. I'm going to work this morning. So I'm going to put down a sticker for work. And I think I'll go ahead and use the typewriter since it's on this page right here. Well, we could flip through. We could flip through some of these guys back here. These stickers are all from the washi tape shop. My friend Carolyn and I got them, and oh my gosh, they are so cute. And they work perfect for the weeks to actually put in the columns. I do sometimes. It takes a little bit of thought because you have to cut them apart. This is all one long sticker on the line. So we will flip through and find a good sticker for work, probably a laptop. Right here, my computer is in the process of dying, but it is what I use to work on. So I'm gonna have to upgrade that. Not very happy right now. So we'll put that down here. And then I like to just write it on the screen. I write work. All right, and then I don't have a sticker that I'll use for painting the bedroom, so I'll probably just write that in with the marker. And then anything else I do today, I will mark down. I am gonna put down that I am filming today, and so let's do this yellow camera, and I'll just write filming. Okay. So that is this book. Now what I do is I flip to the back, and then I do a little daily journal back here as well. I only do Monday through Friday in the back because I don't have enough pages to do a page every day. This is a Hobonichi Weeks Mega, and I got the Mega because I knew I wanted to journal in the back pages, but there's just not enough to do one every single day of the week. And that's totally fine because I have my Sterling ink. That one has plenty of pages, and I'm using that one as a journal. I don't expect to get a whole year in it because I journal more than one page a day. In this book, I only journal one page a day, Monday through Friday. So today we're gonna pick a sticker for our daily here. Let's see what we have. Sometimes I use a little bit smaller stickers for the weeks. Sometimes I just use a big one. Just depends on what I'm feeling like doing. So this one I made this for the week size, this little guy here, but I might use a bigger one, or I might use a small dog. Oh, I do have this really cute one here. That's so cute. I made that this weekend with the little butterfly on his nose. Let's see. Oh, this one, I thought this would be funny for a day where I'm kind of feeling cranky. He's a great cranky face dog. That's a great cranky face. Let's see. Happy, joyful, kitty. I'm kind of like, I'm not happy. I'm not cranky. I'm just neutral today because we have a lot of work to do, and I did a big workout. And, oh, maybe I'm this guy. Whew. There's a lot going on. I'm going to use that one. That's cute. So that's a little poodle, and he has a bumblebee, and I added that little bumblebee to him. We'll stick this little guy down. When it's, sometimes I'll put the stickers at the top of the page, like this. Sometimes I put them at the bottom. Sometimes if they have legs, if the sticker has legs, that sounds weird, I tend to put it on the bottom, but then here I broke my own rule and put those guys at the top. And these guys, I also like my layouts to kind of go together. So these are 2 different days, but they still match. I don't always matchy-matchy. Sometimes I just like how they blend together. Sometimes I like them to be a little different, but they still complement each other. I really like the crisp green with the red. So that's what I do for these guys. I do think about how the 2 pages are going to kind of work together. So I'm going to put her, I think I'll put her on this side. Like that. Now I'll pick a marker color. And I don't do just the black. Sometimes I will do gray. I don't know if there's a gray right up close here. I think though I'm going to do the yellow from the bumblebee. I think I'll do that color. And I'm going to use the mild liner yellow. I do also really like this gold yellow, but I don't want to use the brush tip. My brush tips are kind of getting worn out, so they're really thick and their ends are getting splayed. So I'm going to use this one. And I need to know what the date is. It is July 27th today. So I'll write that up here. And sometimes I'll write it sideways. And sometimes I write it at the top like this. So just however I feel. And then I usually, then I'll pick a color, a fountain pen color. I'm gonna do the Lamy. This one is a really pretty greenish brown. I'll show you in the ink journal here. It is a Ferris Wheel Press Curious Woods in this greenish brown. I don't shake the bottle when I fill the pen, so it doesn't have this shimmer when I write. I just really like this color. So this is what it looks like with the dip pen. This is what it looks like written with the Lamy pen. So I'm going to use that color for this layout here. And we'll just go ahead and write a little bit. Okay, so I just kind of jotted down what the day will be most likely. So first I'm going to get some work done, and then we'll paint the bedroom, and we are going to put some wood on the wall as like an accent wall and add new lighting and stuff. It's going to be really fun. I don't know if we'll get that all done today. That seems like a lot, but we are going to get it started. So that is how I start this book. And then, like I said, I'll come back during the day and work on this row, finish up this row here as I go through my day. All right, now we're gonna work on my Sterling Ink daily journal. In this one, I write at least 1 page a day, and then sometimes I like to copy things out for my handwriting practice. Sometimes my days spill over and I end up writing 2 or 3 pages a day. I have no rules in this book. I just write and I practice. I practice lettering. I practice handwriting, I play with colors, I play with stickers. This is kind of like a vision board that I did, and it's one big sticker. This was really fun. And this is my own font that I made, and it's in my computer, so I can type with it in iPages, I can add it to videos. That's pretty exciting. I thought that was so exciting the day I did that. I was freaking out because I was so excited. So that's what this journal kind of is, and I try to cover the dates with a sticker. Sometimes I don't really worry about it. I do add the date in with a stamp, so I know my eye just goes to that date. I don't even look at this date in the corner. I wish when it said undated, it really meant undated, but these back pages are dated in this. Today we're going to be working here. And the actual date today is July 27th. And so what I do is I use my little date stamp, which is, it's over here. It's just this little wooden date stamp, and I pulled it so that the year doesn't show up, just the day and the month. And first though, we'll have to pick a sticker because we need to pick a color to go with that. Let's stick this one back in because I think I'm going to use one of my newer ones. These ones are new. And this ink, my printer, I already made a video about how I make my stickers, but my printer is just a document printer. It's not a fancy printer. And this paper is kind of a washi tape style paper, but it is actually a label paper, a matte label paper. So it's see-through. You can write on it, but the ink kind of does catch on other pages once in a while and pull off of the picture, and so that's kind of annoying. I don't know if I want to use this guy today, or maybe I'll use this guy because that's similar to the poodle, isn't it, in the face expression? That's funny. That's sort of how I feel, like a deer in the headlights today. There's just so much to get done. Mondays are often really busy, but they're even more busy when we're doing house projects. So let's stick her in. I think I am going to put her down here. I don't usually do that with when they don't have a body, but I'm going to put her down here, and then I'm going to cover the date with a butterfly. We will flip through here and look for a butterfly. And I flip through here often enough, I should know where things are. However, when I add new stickers, sometimes I put the pages in different. And so it's a little bit like your favorite grocery store when they start moving stuff around on you and you can't find what you're looking for, and it's so frustrating. I do that to my own self. I'm gonna put this one back in the sleeve here because this page here has some butterflies on it. So I think I'll do this one, this bigger one. And it's gray, and the dog is gray. That's kind of nice, I think. And it won't cover the date because it's see-through and it's not dark. But as I said, I don't look at that, so it doesn't matter to me. Now we're going to decide what color to use. We may use gray, actually. I do that sometimes in this book for sure. This is actually blue. Here's a gray layout. It's nice. I think it's nice. It's very clean and nice. And there's enough gray here. So we'll look through here. I have these two grays, but these are the Tombos. So they have a skinnier end on this side for finer writing, and then a brush marker. This brush marker, well, yeah, it's kind of chewed up on the end. So I don't want to, this brush marker is not too bad. But when I use the brush marker to do the big words, I have to outline it with a pen, and I don't really feel like doing that today. I don't feel like I have time. So I'm going to go ahead and use, again, another mild liner, dark gray. And what I will do is I'll start with the date stamp. And because I journal through the weekend in this, I have the date stamps all ready to go for today because I turned it yesterday. But I journal every day in this book. I don't think I've missed a day since I started it in April. because it's undated, I needed a new notebook for journaling. I was just using a regular Hobonichi A5 graph notebook before, and I filled it up. And so I needed a new book, but I didn't want A5, it just was too big. It just felt too big. So I wanted a B6. And I was really interested in the sterling ink. So I wanted to try it, and I fell in love with it. So I did order, when they were on sale, I ordered a B6 for my planner. So it'll take the place of my weeks next year. And then I got another one of these because they were on sale. So I'm gonna go ahead and I will start writing in this on this page too, so we can see. Oh, I have to pick the fountain pen color. So I could use the Lamy or the Lamy in that pretty green. That does go pretty good with the gray. I think I used blue. Oh, let's see. Oh no, that's what I used here. I think that's what I'll use because that pen has enough ink in it. And I don't really want to do brown and gray. And I don't want to do purple right now. So those are the colors that I kind of have in the pens. So we're going to go ahead and use the Lamy with the Curious Woods Ferris Press Ink. Ferris Wheel Press Ink. Curious Woods. I keep some emoji stickers from the Coffee Monsters Co. in here. And I just like to add them. I mean, I use them when I text, so I may as well use them in my notebook as well. And I do need my tweezers for these. They're so little, I cannot grab them. I tried to do a plan with me film on Friday last week. And then when I downloaded all the footage and started going through it to edit, I realized I didn't film the whole first part. So I just filmed half of the video, half of the footage. I only filmed half. My camera wasn't filming. So, I mean, that's exciting, right? I used to make lots of videos. I have another channel with my name, Mindy Schroeder, and that was a pony channel. I had horses and ponies, and I drove them in carts, and so I've been filming many years, long time, and many times I have thought the camera was rolling and it wasn't, so that was nothing new. However, I could usually just go back and do it again when I had the ponies, but it's very difficult to remove all the stickers and start over. That was not going to happen, so it was on this day that I did the filming, and I thought I filmed all of this plus the writing in the back, and I didn't do that. So that was a huge bummer. And here we are on Monday morning on a day that I'm very busy, you know, sticking in some filming in here because I need to get a video out this week. So that is what this is referring to. And then I'm gonna do my work. I'm gonna write more about what we're gonna do upstairs in the bedroom. So I'm gonna put, what should I write for that? Oh, house project. That's what it's gonna be. And this marker is a little bit older, so it's squishier. It writes thicker, and that's fine. It's borderline to where I would outline it with a pen, but I'm not gonna worry about it today. All right, so the house project includes painting, that is it for this part for now. I will come back later and fill this in with more information from what I get done today and maybe what comes up in the day. But we will flip back to the month overview, and I do like to write with the blue ink that I did my kettlebell, and that I walked the dogs with the weighted vest. And I just put WV. I will put in here what we get done in the bedroom. Well, maybe I'll just put bedroom project, and I'll write on each day that it takes us to get that finished. But I also trimmed the dog's nails today, so I'll put that down. And I did it last week, and they were in desperate need. I really do have to do it every week. So you can see here, kettlebell, walk the dogs, I write that every day. And then what I do on the weekend, we got a new tree on Saturday when we went to Bozeman that we planted in the back, and it's such a beautiful tree. I'm very excited about that. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 trees now that we've planted in the last year and a half or so. So that's really exciting. All right, and then I also have a tracker in the front of this. So this one just started in April. Because the light blue was so hard to see in the Hobonichi weeks, this light blue, I switched it up and did the dark blue for weighted vest walks, and the gold is when I don't wear my vest. The orange is still when I'm not home and do a workout, and the pink is still a kettlebell workout. So we will put down that I did the kettlebell today. And then we'll put down that I walked with the weighted vest. And then I'll go ahead and mark Sunday was rest. Rest day. And that's pretty fun to see this fill up. I am enjoying this. I never really did any kind of tracking ever, anywhere. And I'm finding it pretty helpful actually, because I do keep kind of track in the weeks of which workout I'm doing. So I did back and glutes, upper body, full body, posterior and upper body to this day, and then I did an upper body on Friday. And then this is also with the gal that does the kettlebell, but she does like a mobility strength workout that is stretching, but you also do use the kettlebell and you do some things that improve your mobility. I did that on Saturday. And then I was going to walk on Sunday, but we just kept having things, like we planted the tree and we just had things I had to do. And then I got tired and just wanted to relax. So that's where we're at there. So that's pretty fun to see that fill out, and it is helpful. Sorry about the truck. I live in a tourist town, and summers get really busy. And we normally don't have any traffic except the people that live on our street. And then in the summertime, people are nosy and they drive all around and they are annoying. Anyways, I do like watching this fill up to see how I've been keeping to it. You know, I've been really consistent, and I like watching that. I like to know why there's a gap here with the different colors, and I know that I wasn't home. It was a weekend and then I wasn't home, and I really like that. So this one has more space so I can put things in. So for a little bit there, I was having a really hard time with my asthma, And I walked it anyways, as you can see, but then there were days where I just could not get my breathing under control. So that was here, this kind of here. Then I had to do fasting for a blood test, so I didn't wear my weighted vest. So these 2 days, I just walked without the weighted vest. But I do feel a little bit, now that I have one, as though not wearing it is a waste of the walk. That's silly. I do try to remember to walk for fun too. It's not all about the workout. Anyway, that is what we will do this morning, and then I'll probably catch up with you a little bit later when I do a little bit more writing in here and get some more projects done that I can write down. Then I'll catch back up with you and we will continue to work on the 2 books. And I'll put some of this stuff away because I actually have not eaten breakfast yet. So the dogs are hungry and my stomach is hungry. So I'm going to go ahead and make my breakfast. And then I'll get my work done, and then I'll come back and visit with you guys in a little while. It is now evening time, and I did all my work today, and then we began painting, and that's a hilarious calamity. So I will catch these journals up with how that went. Title this one Painting. perfect for a Monday. So I caught this book up and I caught this book up, and I don't have to completely fill the page, though I usually do, but I am kind of worn out today. I filled this page. As you can see, I had a little oops there, which is totally fitting for the day. So it's so funny. The man who we got our house from, he did a bunch of remodeling in the house, and one of the things he did was he repainted he repainted the entire house, all the interior and all the exterior. And so there are lots of paint cans in the little storage area under the stairs, and they do have colors on them, but it's very hard to tell what colors go where, unless it's the kitchen, which is yellow, or one of the bathrooms is like this dark gold. Those are pretty obvious, but the rest of the house is some shade of gray. Either it has a little purple tint or a little green tint or a little beige tint. So you can imagine that looking at the color swatch on the paint can and trying to match it to the wall was difficult. So, of course, we picked the wrong color. And instead of testing it, like probably professional painters do, we just painted, and it was wrong. So then we found the right color and we tried to paint over it, which would have worked perfectly if we had had enough paint, but we ran out. So I do have to go to town tomorrow. I am journaling with my friend Carolyn, and that's going to be awesome. And when I'm done doing that, I will run to the hardware store and get more paint, and then we can finish painting that room. Therefore, what I set up here, that we could paint and then put the accent wood on the wall and then put the new lights up and we would be done. But that's not going to be today. Maybe we'll be able to have it done by Wednesday. Today's Monday, because of course the paint has to dry and then we have to get the wood up. That will take a little time. In the meantime, my husband will switch out the lights tomorrow, and I'm really excited about that because I picked a crystal sparkly light that, it's so pretty. And it just has those generic, we always call them boob lights. They just look like boobs on the ceiling. I hate those lights. So I'm really excited about a pretty sparkly crystal light. So that's how our day went, and work was very busy. I had tons of phone calls, lots of emails, mini orders, catch up. And then even still, after I was done for the day at 4, I had 9 more missed calls and 6 more voicemails. So I will have some catching up to do tomorrow as well for work, but I'm pretty happy with how the day went. So we can take a look at this page here. And I was gonna go ahead and write in paint the bedroom, because I don't really have a sticker that goes with that. Paint that's messy, oh well. Paint the bedroom. And then we are gonna watch a movie this evening. So let's see. Yeah, that would be very appropriate because it's nice and big. I knew I wasn't gonna have to use too many stickers today. Because the projects I was doing were all very time consuming. And then we're going to be vegging out. So let's look at something that would be appropriate for that. I guess this did go in here. That'd been perfect for the wrong paint color. I guess I could put that for paint the house, huh? That's funny. I should have looked at that first. Let's see. I think I have, I have a relax, take a rest. I have really bad asthma, and it has been kicking my butt this year. So I felt inhalers were necessary to document what a hard time I'm having. I think it's good to know that by the year, because every year is, I think, different, although maybe I'm more similar each year than I think. So I was thinking that was a good thing to kind of keep track of. let's see. Lazy day? No, it was not a lazy day. I think maybe I will use take a rest or relax. This relax one. Relax and watch a movie. Just calm down, unwind. We do a lot of projects together, and we're very good at it. We built a house together some years ago, and we can laugh, and we just had to laugh at ourselves today. It was hilarious. Okay, so I'm gonna put watch a movie. I'll just put movie in the TV right on the screen, because these are labels, so I can write on these stickers pretty easily, even with fountain pen ink. And then relax, I think, speaks for itself. So that is my Monday. The week will fill up with all of my plans. I will put journaling with Carolyn, my kettlebells, walk the dogs in the morning, and I have to do my estradiol patch tomorrow, so I need to mark that down. And then this week will kind of fill up. Sometimes I'll mark things ahead that I know I have to do. I'll just go ahead and mark them. But eventually it will look like this one, which I just think these are the most fun. All these stickers, I did not know as an adult I liked stickers so much, but I really do. That was a surprise for me, but it is kind of fun to act like a kid. Oh, you know, one thing we could do is I do like to sometimes put stickers along the side, and I like to use these ones I made. They are peeking cats. Let's find some. I think I have some that will fit to flip through all the dogs. These are big peeking cats. These ones can go sideways or horizontal because it just looks like they're looking at you maybe over the edge of the stairs. They make me laugh. They're so fun. Let's see. I know they're here. I just saw them. Aha, here they are. Let's take a look and see if there's something small enough to go along the edge. I think this one will fit. I just want to, I don't really cover up the numbers because my stickers are see-through, but I just take away how glaring they are by adding these little guys. And they're just so cute, peeking at me along the edge there. This one's kind of a longer one. He'll have to stick in there where he won't cover anything too much. That's cute. And let's see, this guy can go down here. Oops. Can go right there. So that's pretty fun. Just pop those in there. And then I can add peeking cats along here, or the new ones from Washi Tape Shop will work in here too. And this is just from where there was an old sticker in here that when I changed to the vertical layout, I had to peel those off. And so I kind of made a mess, but I didn't care because the vertical layout was more important to me. This horizontal just felt redundant. I just kept writing the same thing over and over because I don't really do much. And so to use stickers and use visuals just seemed so much more fun, even when it's horizontal. Although I feel like I have less room, which it seems weird, but there just seems to be less room when it's horizontal. So I did a lot more words. And then when I went vertical, I just had more room, I think. So that is the end of today in the weeks. Well, that's the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed the calamity that today was and all the journaling that I do. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask below and I'll answer them if I can. Otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.